Hello, I'm SoundGuyStu and this is Let's Add Sound, and today we're going to be adding some dialogue sound effects and some information one-shot sounds. That sounds a bit like this. Alright, let's get started. So back in FMOD, the first thing I want to do is create a new folder, and we're going to call this dialogue sound effects. I'm also going to make a new bank. Dialogue sound effects. And I can create a new event. And this is going to be the jump grunts. And if we just name that one as well, jump grunts. Okay, so open up the audio bin. And I also want to create a new folder in here, just to keep everything organized. And we're going to call that dialogue sound effects. And what I'm going to do is bring in the dialogue here recorded the other day and edit it down to size. And I just want for this one the grunts and jump sounds and all that stuff. So I don't want any actual words. We'll do that later. So I've got some pickup sounds and some jump grunts and some pain screams. And I think that's it. So if I just drag them over into the dialogue sound effects, get rid of that. And for jump grunts, obviously we're going to use these jump grunts. Just fire them in. Lovely. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. And I quite like that on shuffle. I don't want it on random because sometimes it can trigger the same sound twice and that just sounds unnatural. But I will still add modulation. Just a little bit, not too much. With the voice, it can sound unnatural if it changes too much in pitch or volume. Let's try that. Okay. And we want to assign this to over into the mix window. And we're just going to make a new group as well. We'll call that dialogue sound effects. And that way we can be affected by snapshots and reverb and all that kind of stuff. Alright, and we want to send these off to the cave, to the cave 2, and to the pump house. And that just means if I play the snapshot that puts us in the cave or pump house, go back to the editor window, we can hear that the reverb's being applied as well. So just get rid of that just now. That's all good. Now we'll go back to the editor, event editor, and what I'm going to do is open up the Foley jump start sound, add a new audio track, and we'll just call this grunt. And I can actually drag in this other event. Oops. So I can reference that event and this will just reference it without actually making another audio event in there. Okay, there's a couple of these jump grunts that I don't think sound particularly great. Let me check. Okay, is it this one? Don't like that, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Yeah, I don't like that one either. Okay. So yeah, if we go back to Jumpstart. I think that sounds good. And save. And build. Now, I also want to add in an item pickup sound. So when I pick up an item, she'll sound very pleased about that. Let's try that. Another 2D event, and we'll call it item pickup. And we can assign that one to dialogue sound effects. Item pickup. And again, we'll just bring in the sounds from the audio bin. Item pickup. Okay. Just a bit of modulation as well, just to randomize. Okay, cool. And build, and finally we also want the pain sound when she gets attacked. So, oops. Pain scream. Assign to bank. Dialogue. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of these. I think there's a couple in here that I didn't really like either. Yeah, that one just doesn't, it's not very convincing. Get rid of that. Oh, they all sound alright. Okay. And again, a bit of modulation. Okay. Alright, sounds good. So, oh wait a minute, I'll just go back into the mixer and make sure we're sending them, both of those sounds, through the dialogue sound effects group. Save, build. And let's jump over into Unreal. Okay, if we just start playing straight away, you'll hear already. And that's because the because the jump grunt was referenced in a sound that we're already using, it just adds that straight in. For the pickup sounds, we're going to have to do a little bit of blueprint work just to make those work. So if we go into the level blueprint, and whenever the character picks up or interacts with an item, I've actually already made this macro here, which sort of determines what the item is and how it's to be interacted with. But what we can do is just add in the sound here at the end, just before we output to pick up an item. So if we go to play and make sure we're using the FMOD menu here, play event 2D, item pickup, and just before that outputs to pick up the item, we'll play that sound there. Alright, and let's see what that sounds like. Just pick up this item here. We can see it sort of sounds like it's happening, just a bit too late. So what I can also do is pop back into the blueprint, and you'll see that there's a delayed time here in the macro for picking up items, and that's just because I timed that so that it goes with the picking up animation, so that things don't disappear too early and that sort of thing. So I've found that if I break this up and sort of delay a little bit, then play the sound, then delay until the animation is complete, that works a bit better. So if we pop this to just half of that, and pop that in there, compile and save, and if we just try again, yeah, so it lines up much better with the picking up of the items. So we also need to add in the pain sounds, which is in the blueprint there. If we come out of the macro to the main blueprint, we will see an area called wolf player damage. And this is where whenever the wolf interacts with the character, it causes them to be damaged. So if we just find the best place to put a sound effect in here. Ah, I've already got one there. I think I was using a reference sound, which was a sound within Unreal, but we actually need a sound from FMOD. So I'll just call up an FMOD sound player and pop in pain scream. So, and we'll just take out this FMOD sound. It's a 2D sound. That was a spawn sound attached. So, and where do you go? So that goes down there. And we can just get rid of this. So the previous sound was attached to the character, so maybe I should not have a 2D event and attach that one to the character as well. So play. If we go up to the FMOD, we can do play event attached. And we can attach that to the character. Pain scream. There we are. That's more like it.
Ah. Ah! Ah!
Okay. Another thing that we can do to make the item pickup sound more custom to each item is to just bring in some custom sound effects for them. So I will create a new folder, which I will call one shot sound effects. I'll also create a new bank. One shot sound effects. And a new 2D event, and we're going to call this one handle pickup, and this will be for picking up the detonator handle. So handle pickup, assign to the bank one shot sound effect, and handle pickup. So if we go to the audio bin and bring those sounds in. So here are the one-shot sounds, and I just want keys pickup, item click, handle pickup. And I think that's it for now. And I'll bring in diary open and close as well. Let's drag them in. Just going to make a new folder for that. One shot sound effects. Drag those in there. Lovely. So, handle pickup. It's a big metal handle, so it sounds a bit like this. Very exciting. So I will also make one for the keys. Key pickup. Assign to bank. One shot sound effects. Okay, for now, yeah, that'll do. Okay, so now if I go through to the mixer window, now these are one-shot sound effects, but they're also kind of Foley related. So what I'll do is I'll just put them in the Foley group, and that means that they'll be affected in the same way as all the Foley with regards to reverb and sends and everything. So if we're in the large cave and we play the key pickup sound, so it just keeps everything sounding spatialized and legit. Okay, so now we're just going to pop back over to Unreal and find the pickup section in the blueprint. Trigger pickup, here we go. So when we pick up the item is when we want the sound effect. So play, again it's going to be a play, oops, play 2D, and pick up, play the sound before we destroy the actor. And we're going to play the handle. Ah, forgot to build. Let's go back over to FMOD, save and build. Unreal Engine. Handle, pickup, there we go. Compile and save. And now when I go and pick up the handle, Okay, once again, it's a little bit too late, I think. So what I might do is pop into my event macro and try and get the sounds to play together. So what I could do for this one is make two outputs from the macro. So we'll add another one as another execute node, and we'll call it sound out. And then from here, if I pick up an item, I want the item to be picked up, play the item sound, play the vocalization, and then trigger the second half of the delay, but also play the sound at the same time. So it'll trigger the animation, delay a little bit, play both the sounds, delay a little bit more, and then output. And if I go back into the blueprint, you'll see now that my pickup item macro's got a sound out node. So for the main execution, I wanted to destroy the actor, but for the sound out, I wanted to trigger the sound. And what that does is it'll just, I'll break that as well, is it'll trigger the sound just slightly earlier before destroying the actor. Hopefully that'll look more realistic. Let's try again. Okay, it's a little bit earlier. It could do with some tweaking, but you get the rough idea. So something else I wanted to show you was the diary display that we have. So if I just play, so it brings up this display here, but what I'd like to happen is have the voiceover and also to mute out some of the other sounds so that you focus more on what's happening in the diary. So to do that, if we go over to FMOD, this one, here we go. Now I'll just need to add in some more folders. This one I'm going to call dialogue VO for voiceover, and I'm just going to make a new bank as well. Just import our dialogue sound that we need. So I've got Eve dialogue, and I'm just looking for the one part here called diary page. Get rid of that. So new event, do the event, diary voiceover. We can assign that to dialogue voiceover.
There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay.
Here we go. Simple as. Now, dialogue can sound a little funny if it doesn't have any kind of reverb or anything on it. Just sounds a little too dry and unnatural. So if I go over to the mix window, what I'm going to do is make a new group called dialogue voiceover. Just pop that in there. Get rid of that. Just now you'll see dialogue voiceover here, and I'm just going to pop a reverb on the actual channel, just a subtle one, to make it sound a bit more natural. So if I go back to set it playing just now,
There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing, I managed to uncover a security passcode. Now I just need to find a way inside. There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing, I managed to uncover a security passcode. Now I just need to find a way inside. There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing, I managed to uncover a security passcode. Now I just need to find a way inside. There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing, I managed to uncover a security passcode. Now I just need to find a way inside. There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing...
I think that sounds okay. Sounds a bit better. So I'll just get rid of that loop thing because we don't want to go insane. Okay. And I'll just quickly save. So what I want to happen in when the diary is opened is for all the other sounds to dip down and the voiceover to be the main sound that's heard. So I will go back to the mixer here and make a new snapshot, a new blending snapshot, because I want, if we're inside or in a cave or outside in the jungle, whatever, I just want the sound to be affected slightly. I don't want to completely disregard any previous snapshots. So this one's called Diary Open. Oh no, I'll just call it Diary Snapshot. And it's a blending snapshot, and what we'll do is we'll factor in the ambience, bring it down a bit, scope in internal ambiences, scope in Foley, which shouldn't really be happening because it will pause the game, and dialogue sound effects, but we want to keep dialogue voiceover at full. And because the sends to the reverbs are all post fader, when I bring down these faders, it also brings down the reverbs if they're being applied at the time. So that's fine, and I'll just save. And also what I want to do, in the events window, I want to make a 2D event called Diary Open, and another 2D event called Diary Close. So if I go to Diary Open, get the audio bin open, sounds like a diary opening. Assign that to one-shot sound effects. Diary close. Assign that to one-shot sound effects. Save. And I also want to go into the mix again. These are not going to any group at the moment, so what I want to do is send those well, I can pop those in Foley because it is a type of Foley, opening the book. And then if I just go back to the snapshot, I'll scope out the Foley, because really there shouldn't be any footsteps or anything while the diary is open. So save and build, pop into Unreal. We're just going to find the part where the diary is triggered. So diary, read diary, here we go. So once the player's picked up the diary, they can press the review button, and that will flip between showing the diary and not showing the diary. So I'll just need to extend this out a bit. So I can fit more in. So what I want to do here is, this empty variable does nothing, so I'll get rid of it. I want to play the sound of the diary opening. So play an FMOD sound. Diary open. So play the sound of the diary opening. Then I want to trigger the snapshot that I've just made. So play, go to FMOD. And that was called diary snapshot. So I'll play the sound effect, then trigger the snapshot, then I'll open the diary. And then when I close the diary, what I want to do is play the closing sound. Diary close. I want to stop. So event instance stop, which can just be from here, the snapshot. If I return that to this, then that'll stop that after I've triggered the diary close sound. And continue on, and it'll remove it from there. Now for the voiceover part, I only want that to play the first time you open the diary, because it would be too irritating if it kept playing every single time. So for that, what I will do is I'll just take off here a do once. And then this will just do once. Take one of these, play sounds. And that will be diary voiceover. Right, let's see if that works.
There were rumors that a secret entrance to the complex was hidden in the caves by Vargar Bay. After a little sleuthing, I managed to uncover a security passcode. Now I just need to find a way inside.
So you can hear it's dimming down the other sounds and just playing the sound of the diary opening and shutting. Okay, I hope you found that useful, and if you like it, please do like it and subscribe for more content in future. And if you feel like supporting me, you can give me a tip or buy me a coffee. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Alright, see you next time.